Hi guys. So, as I said, I'm going to react and translate Aquí Amar, Pato Machete, Tiempo. Aquí Amar and Pato Machete are the rappers, and Tiempo is the name of the song. Now, Tiempo reminds me of another song that I grew up with, and this is Generational Gap. Oh, by the way, shout out to Chiflote Flow for recommending this song. Tiempo es time in Spanish. And there's a lot of songs, that talk about how time passes by. Again, my favorite songs are always, and since I was a little girl, songs about life. Time is life. Time is part of life. Time is the essence of life. And like I said, when I was a little kid, I grew up listening to this song from Marco Antonio Muñiz, Generational Gap. Google him. And who was the other one? Oh, Jose Jose. I grew up more with Jose Jose. Marco Antonio Muñiz was a generational, older generation. That was more my mom generation, Marco Antonio Muñiz. Jose Jose was more, not my generation either, my sister generation. But as a kid, I used to listen to him, and then as a teenager, when he got older and before the alcoholism took over, he passed away, by the way. And it's a very tragic life. Maybe one day I'll do no, I will. Because, this is a channel again about music and reactions, English and Spanish. And if I can bring knowledge from the Latino world, from the Spanish world, into the American world, and meaning American as in the United States. That's what I mean when I say America. I understand the continent, but forgive me, there is no adjective for United States in English. In Spanish, yes, estadounidense. So, o Estados Unidos, el país, el noun, el nombre. So anyhow, going back to it, that song talked about how time passes by, how time is our ally and at the same time our enemy. And I always liked that song. So let's see what this song is about. If it's also talking about time as in time, being a friend, because it helps you forget when you're in pain. As time goes by, it gets better. But it's also an enemy, because if you don't take advantage, it goes by fast. It goes by fast. One day you're 15 and the next day you're 45. Like that. Let's see the song now, what it's about. Because I talk too much. Okay, nice beat. Where's this? Espérate. Wait, hold on. Is this in... These guys are Mexican. Let me see if this is El Distrito. Like I would know, I haven't been to El Distrito. But maybe, I don't see anything that tells me there. It has to be Mexico, though. I mean, it doesn't have to be. But I know they're Mexicans, so. I like that beat.
Aquí el machete y Pato Amara. Pato Machete, aquí la mar.
Oh, nice, sweet, jazzy. And look at the very simple, but I like the choice of colors to end the city. I love it when rappers, international rappers, even American rappers, what am I talking about? I love countries, I love cities, I love geography. I love when they show where they're from. Like I don't know if it popped up already, but it will. I did a video reaction to El Racismo, El Rap en contra el Racismo, and that was from Spain, and they show a lot of places in Madrid. I love that. And there's one from also El Racismo, El Rap en contra el Racismo, Mexico, and I'm gonna react to that one too. And I believe that one also shows the city. But I like the dark colors and then the lights coming out, that smoky kind of a clubbish environment. They started out pointing again, at each other, calling each other their name. One is Aquí Amar and the other one is Pato Machete. That's their artist name, their stage name. And they start singing, the song starts, the chorus starts. They start with the chorus. Unlike some other rappers that start right away with spitting, they started out first with the chorus, setting the mood. And the mood is that the time goes by fast, but it takes so long. So it says pasa lento means it comes very slow, but then once it's here, it's gone. And that's all relatively speaking, of course. We're talking about time in general, not time in a moment. Like not time, I gotta get off work, it's 5 minutes and these are the longest 5 minutes. Or I'm gonna see my boyfriend, I'm gonna see my girlfriend. And 5 minutes are taking too long because I'm anxious. Or I spend time with them and I spend an hour a day and it seems like I spent 5 minutes. It's all relatively. It's all here. So it's all how the perspective when we're seeing it. Do we want it or we don't? If we don't, time is slow. If we want it, time is fast.
Libre como es libre el viento, testimonio de un momento.
So free like time is free. Testimony of a moment. Now I don't know what moment they're talking about. There could be moment like time is a testimony of every moment that we live, right? Like World War II, the Holocaust, those were moments. COVID, this is a moment in time. Checkpoint Charlie, the fall Berlin. By the way, did I tell the story? I'll tell the story. I think I did. I always forget when I have uploaded something that's storytelling, but I was there the day that the wall came down. I was working at Checkpoint Charlie. So if you ever hear someone say, I want to know what the little people were doing in the big moments in time, well, this little person was at Checkpoint Charlie when the wall came down. And what did I do? Stop traffic. Ma'am, get back over there, wait. Because at Checkpoint Charlie, they didn't cross until like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock the first time. But I'm talking about the people from the west side trying to cross over to East Berlin. I was in West Berlin and people from West Berlin were trying to get to East Berlin to tell the people to come. Oh, it was beautiful. Now I appreciate it, but back then I didn't. And actually a Spanish singer, Nino Bravo, who died when I was a little baby or before I was born. Maybe he died before I was born, I don't know. But the point is that he sang a song about a kid that was killed because he was trying to jump the Berlin Wall. I'll do a reaction and hopefully I won't get blocked. And if I do, I'll probably say, Nino is gone long ago. Nino, please. Okay, so bless, time, the teacher. Time teaches you, and time is a teacher.
Ahora viejo me pregunto quién se lleva todos los años, siempre un paso por otro, entre veredas y escaño, busco enmendar los daños.
Okay, so very good. All right, I guess this song is, it just came out 4 days ago, but a good thing about this song is that it's relatable. Relatable, especially when he said, ahora que estoy viejo, now that I'm old. Another one too that I love. And I say that, wait, hold on, give me a chance. John Cougar Mellencamp, because he says that in the part. The guy, if you ever hear that song, Memories, Minutes Turn Into Memories, there's a part where it's a song about an older man talking to a younger guy, and then the younger guy's the one telling the story. And then at the end, the younger guy turns old, when he tells the story, after he's done with the story. It goes back to, it goes to when he's old. But one of the things that he says is that the guy tells him, now that I'm old, I understand that the old man was right. Now that I'm older, I understand that the old man was right. And that's the pity about time, is that you can't see it unless you live it. People can tell you about it. It's the only thing that you cannot learn unless you actually live it. And it's time. Time tells you. Time gives you, sometimes, not always, but most of the times you get answers. You understand the people that try to tell you something when you were younger and you didn't listen. Because it's like, who are you? You're an old person. How do you know? Even Billy Joel said it, and I'm only human. But anyhow, he's saying relatable. Now that I'm older, What, baby? Now that you're older, what? Because I didn't get that part. And
Maestro tiempo. Ahora viejo me pregunto quién se trepa todos los años. Siempre un paso por otro. Entre veredas y extraño busco enmendar los daños.
okay, so I do know that he's saying that he's comprehending now the mistakes that he made. The mistakes that he made when he was younger.
Todos los años siempre un paso por otro. Entre veredas y extraño busco enmendar los daños.
Yeah, so with one step one step and another, I'm looking to correct those mistakes.
Abalanzando peldaños.
Okay, so pouncing on steps. So he's looking to make to fix those mistakes that he made, but it's a metaphor by saying abalanzando los peldaños, bouncing the steps. You know, bouncing on the step, that means that he's going forward, that he's going firmly, that he's, pouncing. It's like grabbing the bull by the horn. That's what he's trying to say. That's the meaning. So he's trying to change and fix the mistakes that he made by coming forward, by taking a hold of it, taking a hold of the mistakes that he made, being accountable for it, and then changing them.
Son años, escuela de la vieja, verla pero nunca de tu almeja, tortuga si piensas en moraleja, metáfora compleja, que
Ooh, okay, so they're talking about two bars, the rap game. They're talking about the rap game. So, wait a minute, moraleja is a moral, the moral of a story. Hold on.
Son años, escuela de la vieja, verla
Okay, escuela de la vieja is old school,
pero nunca de tu almeja, tortuga.
but never from your own. Almeja is like your own. And almeja, what's an almeja? An almeja is not I think it's the bee thing. That's what an almeja is. So he's saying that this is something that belongs to you, meaning that your own thing, your own personality, your own group of people.
Son años, escuela de la vieja, verla pero nunca de tu.
Perla, okay, so it's a pearl, but it could be almeja. Wait a minute, almeja, I think that is a clam, no? Yes, perla, because perla is a pearl, but not from your clam. Okay, so it's a turtle when it comes to moral. So time is a turtle when it comes to moral, because it teaches you slowly. Sometimes you have to have the same mistake over and over again before you finally learn the lesson. Okay, so wait, moraleja metáfora. Wait, what did he say? Moraleja compleja. Yeah, metáfora compleja. That means a complicated metaphor, a complex metaphor. And like when rappers uses a line, and he uses a metaphor, but he has more than one meaning, 2 or 3 meanings at the same time. A metaphor has more than one meaning, obviously. It has a second meaning, but sometimes when they're very complex, you can dissect. You can come out with some certain ideas from that one metaphor. And then he's saying and that's true. So it seems like it's time related to rap too, because el público festeja, that means the publics go wild. And we do. Those of us that like lyrics, when we hear a rapper coming up with a bar that is like, it just takes our breath away, it just shocks us, like, wow, man. And that's what they live for. And that's what we live for too.
Maestro tiempo. Ahora viejo me pregunto quién se trepa todos los años, siempre un paso por otro, entre veredas y extraño busco enmendar los daños, abalanzando peldaños. Son años, escuela de la vieja, verla pero nunca de tu almeja.
So secuela de la vieja, so that means I come from the old school, and again the pearl now, but not from your clam, not from your oyster.
Metáfora compleja y el público festeja porque al gallo lo sacaron sacaron de la reja.
Okay, so and they took out the cock. The cock they let it out of the cage. They let the cock out of the cage. So the people are the public is celebrating because of the complex metaphors that he uses, and because he's like a cock, you know, getting out of the cage, coming out with all the strength that a rooster comes out.
Fuimos buscando el camino como cualquier peregrino, gracias a las bendiciones y fortunas del destino.
Okay, so yeah, that's true too. So he's like, we went looking for our destiny, you know, and we were lucky. So many blessings the life gave us. So he went looking for his way, and then he uses a simile like a pilgrim. So we were looking for a way, you know, like the pilgrims came, you know, and they came in the Mayflower, and they were looking to land in some place, but they landed someplace else. But they were looking for their way. They were looking for freedom. So he's using that comparison to, I guess, his life, going around looking for what he wanted, for what was going to be his freedom, which is, I guess, rap. Those dreams and those daring loves too. He's talking about love, like a woman and a man. So talking about also that kind of blessing that he had. Okay, so life has treated me very well. Always like a train and a platform. Wow, that's a nice bar there. Agalla suficiente guardada en el almacén. That means courage stored. I got a courage stored in the storage, you know. He uses that comparison. I mean, that metaphor, meaning that he's a courageous guy, that he always had it in his heart. But uses the word almacén instead. All right, my Eve and my serpent at the steps of Eden. So they're right there at the door of Eden. He has Eve and he has the serpent. Temptation, and then the evil part saying go for it. Or it could be also, because it's a beautiful dichotomy that he's using, but they were both in the Bible, they were both tempting. So Edom is tempting him anyway, because it's doing it through Eve, and it's also doing through the serpent who wants him to bite the apple of knowledge.
Libre el viento, testimonio de un momento, bendito maestro tiempo.
So yeah, again, the same chorus, you know, it comes very slow and then it goes fast. You know, time is a teacher, and it's also a testimony of a time. The time that we are spent here. It's a testimony of a time in history. That's what he's trying to say.
Hoy Venecio me pregunto quién se ha llevado mis días, muchas son las levantadas, aunque tantas las caídas la bajan.
All right, so sometimes I wonder who took away my days. ¿Quién se ha llevado mis días? Where have they gone? Where have my days gone?
Aunque tantas las caídas la bajadas y subida.
Okay, so he's talking about there's been so many triumphs and so many failures, you know, going up and going down, and las bajadas, that's going down, las subidas going up. He also uses the wave as a metaphor. How you ride the wave of life, that you go low and then you come up.
Victorias y recaídas,
Victories and relapses.
Lo placas de clásico. Pico cerradito que mi bienestar es tácito. Afuera mucho plástico, el corazón es básico. Que...
Ooh, I heard that one. I heard that one, and that's true. A lot of plasticity outside, plastic people. And the heart, he said, el corazón básico. The heart is the basis of everything. Love, the heart, what you feel, what you think inside. Because this goes away, and this here is just an introduction to the world. So people, the only thing that people can see, but you can't see what's inside. Plastic people, and especially I imagine in his world. So, and I like the way that he has the triangle, you know, the eye of the triangle. And look at this video, how you see it looks like an ellipsis going around like this with but instead it's a triangle, and then you can see all the way to the end, the eye of the triangle, huh? Life, very good.
El corazón es básico, que mueran los hipócritas, llámame romántico.
Oh, there you go. So he was talking about hypocrites. Basically, yeah, so it's a lot of plasticity outside. The heart is basic. There's a lot of hypocrites. Call me a romantic. And again, that reminds me of John Cougar Mellencamp. I know it has nothing to do with with rap, but John Cougar Mellencamp in the song Between a Laughter and a Tear, he says that, you know, a hypocrite used to mean such a big word to you. It doesn't seem to mean nothing now. It doesn't seem to mean much now. But not him. To him it's important. Call him a romantic because he wants solid. He doesn't want people that melt with the sun like plastic.
Seguimos viendo para arriba y buscando la salida, gastando siempre las suelas, gastando siempre saliva entre símbolos.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, I'm always looking for the exit. I'm always looking to go up, walking with my step. That means action, moving, and saliva, and spending my saliva. That's the rap world. So they are making a correlationship. It is time, but it's time with their music too. What they done with the rap industry in Mexico, I guess. Oh, in the world.
Sin letras navegando por la vida, sobre de la llama viva. Que viva tierra libre, pinto al óleo, lienzo contra.
Ooh, tierra libre. That's the free land, and that could be a meaning of, hey, our land to be free, our country to be free, and also la tierra libre is like this utopia that you can live in, and he's like painted in oil. But it's a double metaphor because he could be talking also about his own country, his own life. Watch.
Repinto al óleo, lienzo contra los demonios de mi. Sin letras navegando por la vida, sobre de la llama viva. Que viva tierra libre, pinto al óleo, lienzo contra los demonios de mi.
Okay, so I paint. That's what it said. Pinto tierra libre. I paint a free land on oil. Okay, then he goes, the purgatory of my demons.
Morir en el intento, en el momento idóneo todo.
Okay, very good. To die trying in the ideological moment. But the best thing to do if you're not there is at least to try to die trying to get there.
En mi testamento, la música mi patrimonio.
So music is his patrimony. Basically what I was saying, time and rap. Making a metaphor using also how time has affected the rap industry, the rap music.
Haya modo para volver a intentar. Me verán andando y dispuesto a comenzar. Mientras haya modo para volver a intentar.
So as long as there's a way to try it out again, I'm going to look for the way. I'm going to look for that way. I'm going to try it again. I'm always going to start. If I need to start all over again, I will. Again, this reminds me of Gloria Trevi, Como la vida se va, where it says, el secreto de ser feliz es empezar de nuevo. The secret of being happy is to start all over again. And it is true, because that's what makes a lot of people fail or give up, because, and I don't blame them, okay? It depends on what time in life you're in, because I know people who had it all and then they lose it, and it's so hard for them to start all over again, because you know they're older, they're my age or older. It's like at this age to start all over again, they feel like it's a burden, you know, especially if they've been stable all their life and they have houses, car, or you know, or a job that they've been at this job for like 20 years, and then they lose it to go. I know people who have lost their job, like they've been working for 20 and 25 years, and they don't go back to work. They don't. They get a nice severance, and then they either live off some other rents that they had, or you know, I don't know what they do, but I do know that I know somebody who they didn't go back to look for another job because they lost the one job that they had for so many years since they were young. So to them it was too much to go back out there and look for work. And I can see it, you know, I can see it, but you have to try to start all over again. That's not my case though, because I had started so many times, I had so many jobs, and I mean, I got nothing to lose. So I don't feel that pressure. Oh my God, I gotta start all over again. I started many times, and I have never worked at a job for 20 years. So as long as there's a way to try it out again, I'm gonna do it. I agree with that. So there he's saying again, it comes fast, and then it comes slow and then it goes fast, and time is free just like the wind. And time is free. Time is a teacher, blessed teacher. Time teacher. Oh, and then as long as there is a way to start over again, you're gonna see me walking and beginning all over again. And that's good. I'm glad that they're saying that, even though they're already probably, you know, they're established in their world, in their musical world. But it's good to hear that, you know. It's good to hear that people my age or young, I don't know, maybe they're younger, I don't know, but whatever, people any age just says, you know what, no, I'm gonna start all over again. And yeah, and if you're a young person too, it's like, no, that's sad. If a person is you know, in a young age and they just feel overwhelmed to start again, they got to go and check their mental health, because at a certain age it shouldn't be that difficult to start again. If you made a mistake, the sooner you start making mistakes and having to start again, the better off you are. The easier it becomes, the more used to it you get, you know, because nothing is guaranteed in life, nothing. But being young and having a difficult time to start all over again, getting just crushed like that because, I don't know, you lost a job or your business didn't work out the way you wanted it. And I'm talking about finances, okay? I'm not even talking about losing a loved one. That's a different story. And you still, because we owe it to life, you still need to be able to recover and grow. So he's saying, as long as God gives me license to stay here to live, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trying. Well guys, it's been a long video, and again, it's always gonna be long when there's a breakdown. Interesting topic. Thank you very much for suggesting it. And yes, very interesting, because it talks about something so relatable that we live all the time. Not all of us are in love. Not all of us have lost a love. Not all of us are single or in a relationship or want to be or want money. But we all do have time. That's all we have. And we all, either we appreciate it or we don't. but it's something that we all have. So enjoy the time that you have, make the best of it. Just like they say, here is giving you love, giving you blessing. Take care. Bye. Subscribe.